Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Keisha. I blog every day at kjaggers.com. That link is below, just in case you want to come visit. So today I am back with a very simple, delicious recipe for some chocolate chip granola bars. Now clearly you could take the chocolate chips away and you could add other stuff, or you could just have plain granola bars. You could add in fruits. There's lots of different variations, but the best part of the recipe I'm going to share with you is it's no bake. It's not going to heat up your kitchen. It's something you can do actually in the morning and come back and deal with it later. So it's perfect if you like work outside the home or just want to make something really fast for your family. This is a great recipe because it's made super fast. The good thing with this is that it is, very simple to make. It has all natural ingredients. You can control what goes in. You can control the size. It's so easy to make these. It's going to blow your mind. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how I make them. Okay, so here are the ingredients we're going to need to make these delicious granola bars. Most of the stuff, you guys, is stuff most of us have in our pantries already. There's a few things that you might not have, like Rice Krispie cereal or some mini chocolate chips. You could also use peanut butter chips if you wanted to switch it up. But these are very standard ingredients, and we're going to go through them all. But I am making a big batch, as you can see from the amount of oats, and it's to fill out this cookie sheet. So I've kind of tested it around, making sure that I could fit, a good amount of brownies out of this recipe, because I don't want to have to make these 2 or 3 times a week. My family loves them. And don't worry, I will have different measurements for a smaller quantity on my blog on the recipe, plus this recipe. So for this larger recipe, you're going to need 8 cups of quick cooking oats. They need to be quick cooking. You're going to need about 3 cups of like the Rice Krispie cereal. You can use the Crispy Rice, whatever brand you want to use. You're also going to need some brown sugar. I have 1.5 cups of brown sugar right here. You're going to need 1 cup of butter. So I have 2 sticks out, and this is like, good butter. You're also going to need 1 cup of honey and about a tablespoon, maybe 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla. So, very, very simple ingredients. You can't get easier than this. So we do have to go over to the stove and get that butter melted along with the brown sugar and honey. And then we will add in our vanilla. We will add in the Rice Krispies and the oatmeal. Mix it up like you were making Rice Krispie treats. Pat it out on the cookie sheet. Sprinkle it with mini chocolate chips, and you're good to go. So let's head over to the stove and get the recipe started. So in this large stock pot, we are going to melt our butter, just like Rice Krispie treats. And that's what I love about this recipe so much, is that it is no bake. And it's perfect for summer when you don't want to heat your kitchen up. It's perfect for times when you're in a hurry and you don't have time to let things, bake. So I just love this recipe, and the boys love it. It's much healthier. You can control the amount of ingredients that you put in and what those ingredients are. We need to add our 1 cup of honey. And just to make it easier on myself, I'm going to take my measuring cup and just spray it with a little nonstick spray. In goes the honey. Again, this is a big batch, so keep that in mind. But the boys love them, and I'm trying to buy less processed food. I'm not always great about it, but I am, working on it. And this is a great alternative because the granola bars are quite expensive as it is. Now you can totally make really healthy ones. I'm not quite there yet, but these chocolate chip ones are really good. So we're just going to melt that, and we're going to let it come to a bubble. Okay, so it's came to a bubble, and I turned my heat off. I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla. Okay, so now that the vanilla's in, we're going to add our oatmeal and our Rice Krispie treats. So right in it goes. I put in a few cups. Stir it up. Okay, last little bit. And the Rice Krispie treat. We're going to mix all of that up really well. That is the basis for our granola bars. Now I have the heat off, but I just have it sitting here on the burner. You want to get all of the granola and all of the Rice Krispies coated really well. Okay, so you could totally not use parchment paper. Just be sure to spray it, but parchment paper works fine. I can still spread stuff out just fine on it. I'm going to take all that granola and Rice Krispie cereal. I'm just going to get it out on the cookie sheet here. Alright, looks like a lot. And the first thing I like to do is just to start spreading it out just a little bit. I go ahead, I use my spatula because it's still a little bit hot. You're going to pack them down really well, so that's why I like, you know, a hose sheet tray. You can get tons of granola bars from this recipe, and they're perfect for the pantry. And like I said, I found this recipe fits perfect in the size pan. Now, a lot of the recipes that are online are for a 9x13 pan, and I just wanted a whole cookie sheet. Now, once it's cool enough, you definitely need to use your hands and start packing it down. So, okay, so before I go pushing it down, I like just to take some Pam on my hands and just kind of rub them together. That way it won't stick to you and you can really push them down. And that's what you want. You want them really packed in the cookie tray or the cookie sheet, because they will fall apart if you don't have them really packed. These are still super hot, but I'm working on it. Just pack them in. I guess I am going to use my spatula just for the sake of time in this video, but it's really hot, so you can kind of see. Last time I let it cool just for a couple minutes, but I'm kind of in a hurry today, so this is another way of doing it without getting burnt. Just pack them in, try to make them as even as you can. As you pack it down, it will kind of, you know, even things out for you. Now, if you put granola bars in the refrigerator, they will get super, super hard, so don't do that. You're going to let these sit out on the counter for a couple hours, for however long you can. Let them get nice and firm. And now we're going to take our mini chocolate chips and add them on top. Now, you can totally mix in anything you want. I like the chocolate chips just on top, but you can totally add them in if you want. Or peanut butter chips. You could use also like any type of dried fruit, like cranberries are really good. I haven't made granola bars in a very long time, and I think the last recipe I had, I was baking them, and I love this recipe because, again, you don't have to turn on your oven. You could totally do this in the morning. And believe me, when I'm not making, you know, a video, I could totally do this a lot quicker. But when I'm trying to show you guys, I don't want to miss anything or anything like that. So I just sprinkle around about a half a bag, really, of chocolate chip cookies. I try not to let them be too distributed in certain areas, but sometimes it's hard. So they're homemade. They don't have to be perfect. And that's it. So we're going to let these just kind of hang out here. And they're going to kind of harden up. The chocolate chips are kind of melting into the granola. And that will be some wonderful snacks for our house for the next couple weeks. And again, I will cut them. I'll show you how I do that. And I will bag them up individual. And, you know, if Jackson wants one or Scott wants one, they won't be stale or hard. And it's a great recipe. So I will show you what they look like in just a minute when they're all cut up. Okay, so it's been a while. Aren't cameras great? I pulled the parchment out of the cookie sheet and I started cutting up my granola bars with just a knife. And there's some different sizes over here. I think this is the standard size basically for a granola bar. Sometimes I like them a little bit smaller than that if it's just, you know, a snack. But sometimes for Scott, he has to work so much that he doesn't get to take a lunch break, and a large, you know, granola bar is like his meal replacement. So I've taken some little snack bags, little Ziploc snack bags, added in the granola bars from, you know, whatever size, and they will store in the pantry perfectly just like that. And you know, you need to really let them cool so the chocolate chips get where you can touch them without them melting. And I'm going to get the rest of these in bags and then I'll finish up the video, but it's super easy. I love that these are no bake, and I'm just going to finish packaging them up. Okay, so I have them all bagged up and sealed. They will last a while. I have it in one of these handy bins that I keep in our pantry. Now, again, I have different sizes depending on who wants what, but these should last a couple weeks. And, you know, there's no box that you can put these in because you're not selling them like, you know, Kellogg's, but you definitely can just buy a small bin. You can put them in a Tupperware container. I just think it's easier when they're individually packed to be able to grab one, and these little snack size bags work perfectly. But you can add and mix in so many different things, and maybe I'll show you some different variations, maybe in a what's cooking video or in a day in the life vlog if I, you know, switch it up. I do love cranberries, so cranberries would have been amazing in, and you would just stir those in at the very last minute. So you can just add whatever you wish: coconut, cranberries, nuts, seeds, whatever you wish. We wanted to make ours a little bit sweet because it's hard to get my family to eat healthy, and we're working on it. Even though there's some honey and a few chocolate chips in these granola bars, they are overall healthy. They're delicious. They're easy to make. They are no bake. And I'm so happy with this recipe. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know below. I would love it if you tried these. You can tag me on Instagram. You can leave me a Facebook message. You can upload a picture on my Facebook page, whichever. But I would love to see if you made these. And you can find the scaled down version of this recipe on my blog at kjaggers.com. It's there for all of you guys to enjoy. And I think if you make these delicious granola bars, your family will totally enjoy them as well. They are delicious, they are sweet, they are easy, they are no bake, and it's silly to spend so much money on granola bars when you can whip some up in just, you know, a few minutes and let them sit for a few hours. Come back, bag them up. It does require a little bit more work, but again, you know what's in them. You know that you're saving money because you made a big batch, and they're just perfect. They're perfect for any kind of snack. And my husband husband, like I said, uses them as meal replacers sometimes. And I just like them. I like them on the go. If, we're on our, if we're in the car a lot and we just need a snack, I can grab one of these. They're just handy, easy, delicious, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye. You guys are more than welcome to enjoy the blog at kjaggers.com. There's so many posts here going all the way back to 2010. You can get lost for hours in the archives, getting to know Scott, our family. There's tons of links in the sidebar that you should find useful. Also, our Instagram pictures are here. There's more links at the bottom, and it's just like our home away from home. Also, Instagram, like I just said, you can find me under kjaggers. I post daily pictures here. I love getting to know you and seeing your pictures. I find it such a uplifting, generous, beautiful community. I really love Instagram, so follow along. You can additionally join the conversation on Facebook. We talk a lot on here, and we talk about random things. I share different blog posts and YouTube videos, random pictures, and you can always send me a private message. The links are below if you do want to follow. You can always tweet me at Keisha Jaggers. I love Twitter. It goes so fast. So much is on Twitter, and I love getting to know you here as well. I am not on Twitter as much, but I'm trying to be more active, and I would love it if you followed us. And last but not least, do not forget about Pinterest. Here's another spot you can get lost for hours. I have a lot of our own pins, as well as many others that you can totally learn things from and enjoy. It's really a very beautiful community within itself. Thank you guys again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It reminds me that you did enjoy the video, and I would definitely love it if you commented below. Let me know your thoughts on this video or anything else. Thanks again for watching, you guys. Don't forget to visit the blog. Bye.